I healed my body in 30 days. And I didn't expect this part. But the moment my body felt safe again, the world started rearranging itself around me. And I need you to hear this before your mind tries to downplay it. Because what changed wasn't my face, my clothes, or my personality. It was my internal authority. The kind you can't fake and can't hide. I used to walk into rooms and feel the temperature first, scanning for approval, subconsciously adjusting my tone, my posture, my energy. And one night I caught myself mid-sentence realizing I was auditioning for respect I should have been issuing. That was the night I stopped. I didn't announce a reset. I didn't dramatic post my healing journey. I went quiet, strategic, intimate with my own body. I slept when my body asked. I ate like my future depended on it. I stopped negotiating with exhaustion and stopped confusing adrenaline with ambition. There's a line by Marcus Aurelius that says you have power over your mind, not outside events. And when you realize this, you find strength. But what they don't tell you is that your mind listens to your body first. When your body is inflamed, depleted, overstimulated, your mind becomes reactive, needy, loud. When your body is regulated, your mind becomes surgical, calm, precise, dangerous in the most elegant way. By day 10, my voice slowed down. By day 15, my eye contact stopped flinching. By day 30, I walked into a room and felt something click into place, like a crown being set just right. And people felt it before I spoke. Men didn't interrupt. Women leaned in. Opportunities softened toward me. This is why I always say confidence isn't built in the mirror. It's built in the nervous system. And if this is already waking something up in you, I want you to subscribe now. Because Femphoria is where we stop performing power and start embodying it. And what I'm about to share next will change how you move through every space you enter. Here's what actually happened behind the scenes. And I want you to listen closely because this is where fantasy ends and mastery begins. Healing my body wasn't a spa fantasy. It was discipline disguised as self-respect. I stopped eating like I was punishing myself for wanting more. I stopped skipping rest to prove I was worthy. I stopped letting stress be my personality. And as my body came back online, something ancient woke up in me. A grounded femininity that doesn't chase, doesn't explain, doesn't overextend. There's a psychological truth most women are never taught. People respond to regulation more than charisma. When your breathing is steady, your movement's intentional, your presence anchored, you become the reference point in the room. I watched it happen in real time. Meetings where I used to rush my words suddenly slowed to my pace. Dates where I used to overgive turned into men offering more without being asked. I wasn't playing games. I was playing alignment. Philosophers have always known this. Lao Tzu said, "When you are content to be simply yourself and don't compare or compete, everyone will respect you." But contentment isn't a mindset. It's a bodily state. When you heal your digestion, your sleep, your stress, your hormones, your body stops broadcasting urgency. Urgency repels power. Stillness attracts it. I began dressing differently. Not trendier, but cleaner, more intentional. Fabrics that felt good on my skin because my body could finally feel. And people treated me differently because I treated myself like someone worth slowing down for. If you're feeling a shift right now, comment your biggest takeaway. Because naming it anchors it. And anchoring it makes it real. And turn on notifications. Because what comes next will build on this in ways that compound faster than motivation ever could. By the end of those 30 days, I didn't need affirmations. I didn't need pep talks. I didn't need external validation. Because my body had become my evidence. I walked into rooms owning them not by dominating, but by grounding. By being so internally settled that the chaos of others couldn't hook into me. That's real feminine authority. Not loud, not aggressive, unavoidable. I stopped asking for permission energetically. I stopped explaining my boundaries. I started leaving when something felt off without rehearsing a speech in my head. And the wildest part is this. The more I honored my body, the more life honored me back. Men didn't chase. They calibrated. Women didn't compete. They observed. And I realized that healing your body isn't about becoming softer. It's about becoming sovereign. There's a reason queens were protected, fed well, rested, adorned, because a regulated woman is a strategic asset. If this video stirred something deep, not just inspiration but recognition, I want you to rewatch it. Let it sink into your cells. And tell me in the comments, I needed this, because that tells me you're ready. Ready to stop surviving rooms and start owning them. And remember this, because it will follow you everywhere from now on. When your body feels safe, your presence becomes undeniable, and the world has no choice but to respond. And let me take this even deeper, because this is the part that turns healing into command. The part no one romanticizes, because it requires radical honesty with yourself. Once my body stabilized, I could no longer tolerate environments, conversations, or relationships that thrived on my depletion. My tolerance for inconsistency vanished. My patience for disrespect evaporated. Not in an angry way, not in a dramatic way, but in a quiet, irreversible way that felt like emotional maturity fused with power. I started noticing how rooms respond to women who are not hungry for approval. When you're not scanning for validation, people scan you. When you're not trying to be liked, you're instinctively respected. That's nervous system physics. I could sit back, breathe, listen, and let others reveal themselves. And that alone shifted the hierarchy. This is why healing your body changes dating more than any strategy ever could. You stop bonding through stress. You stop mistaking anxiety for chemistry. You stop chasing intensity and start choosing consistency. And consistency feels boring to an unregulated body, but it feels intoxicating to a healed one. I watched men slow down around me, recalibrate their tone, choose their words more carefully, because my energy no longer invited chaos. It invited clarity. There's a philosophical truth that says, you teach people how to treat you by what you tolerate, but it'll take it one step further. You teach people how to treat you by how safe you feel within yourself. When your body is calm, your standards rise without effort. You don't announce them. You embody them. And embodiment is the highest form of influence. I want you to understand this isn't about perfection or discipline for discipline's sake. It's about devotion to your own well-being as a non-negotiable. That devotion changes how you walk, how you speak, how you pause before responding, how you leave spaces that no longer align without burning bridges or seeking closure. That's the kind of power that feels invisible until suddenly everyone feels it. If you're still here, still listening, that tells me something in you is ready to upgrade. Not externally, but internally. Stay close to this feeling. Protect it. Build your days around it. And if this expansion feels new and unfamiliar, that's a good sign. That's what it feels like when your body finally stops bracing for survival and starts preparing for leadership. And I want to leave you with this truth, because it's the one that changed how I move through every single day now. When your body is healed, your intuition stops whispering and starts speaking in full sentences. You no longer second-guess the room, the man, the opportunity, because your body gives you clean data instead of fear-based noise. That's when discernment becomes effortless. That's when you stop romanticizing potential and start responding to reality. I noticed I could feel when someone was aligned with me within minutes. Not because I judged them, but because my body no longer betrayed itself for attention. And that is the most seductive kind of self-respect. People don't know why they trust you, why they listen, why they wait for your reaction before moving forward. They just do. That's embodied leadership. That's feminine authority without aggression. If you're feeling taller in your spine right now, calmer in your chest, clearer in your mind, that's not coincidence, that's recognition. Let this be the moment you stop abandoning your body for productivity, relationships, or approval. Choose regulation. Choose rest. Choose nourishment. Choose yourself daily, quietly, consistently. And if this message met you exactly where you are, tell me in the comments, because this community is built on women who are done shrinking and ready to rule their lives from the inside out. Stay close. Turn on notifications. And remember, the woman who heals her body doesn't just walk into rooms, sets the tone the moment she arrives.